Okay, we're in the Chronological Bible. We're in event 43, AD 29, the Galilean ministry of Jesus. It's found in Matthew 15:32 through 39, and Mark chapter 8, 2 through 9. And it's the Decapolis area that Jesus has been in, and now he's moving back towards the Sea of Galilee, and he decides to cross back over the Sea of Galilee, this time almost the full length of it, and winding up in an area called Magadan, and which is also known as, I can find the right city here, also known as Dalmanthia, and it's the northwest corner of the Sea of Galilee. And it's a very desolate area again. He's been teaching multitudes. They've gone up on the hillside, and he feels compassion because they've been with him for a while and they're hungry. And once again, he asks, what do we have? I want to try to feed them because I feel compassion on them. And this is a desolate place. The disciples, of course, come up with, this time, 7 loaves and a few small fish. And I think it's important to remember that this is not the same as the feeding of the 5,000. This has been titled the feeding of the 4,000, but once again, remember, this is 4,000 men, not 4,000 total. There's also women and children that were fed besides the 4,000. And he does as he always does. He is a very organized person, and he has them sit down in groups, and he gives to his disciples give to them, and they all eat, and they're all satisfied, and then they pick up loaves and fish, and we wind up that they have picked up the quantity of 7 baskets this time instead of 12 baskets, so they delineate between the 2 feedings with not only the supply, but also with the number of leftovers. Now, it's interesting that before, with 5 loaves and 2 fish, we wound up with enough, and with leftovers greater, and we were feeding a greater number of people. So a lot of differentiations here between the 2, but I want you to focus in on his compassion. He cares about even the fact that we're hungry. I want you to focus in on the fact that he is organized. He distributes the food in an organized way, and we should always try to be organized in all that we do. And we also recognize that everybody had enough to eat. Now, as far as saying, well, there's a contradiction of the place that he was, well, no, not really. We have cities, we have regions, and here we have both the city and the region. We have, just as I say, when somebody asks me, where am I from? I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. And they say, well, you know, where in the West Palm Beach area? Then I can say Riviera Beach. I can say Seffner. I can say whatever the region is, Riviera Beach, Singer Island. And they're all the same general place, but there's no contradiction here about the place and the feeding of the 4,000 plus women and children, and the fact that Jesus has tremendous compassion even about our hunger, and that he definitely is an organized person, and that we ought to remember that when we have needs, he's willing to meet all of our needs according to his riches and glory. If we have wants, sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no, and sometimes it's wait, but he will always take care of what we actually need. And that's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day. Do you know how to get to heaven? It's clearly written out for us in the book of Romans. The book of Romans tells us that we're all sinners. We all fall short of the glory of God. We've all earned our wages. The wages of sin are death, and we've all earned our wages. But God loved us enough that he sent his Son to die for us. It tells us while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And it tells us that we'll confess with our mouth and believe in our hearts that God has raised him from the dead, and that he is a perfect sacrifice for us, we will be saved. Now, being saved means turning away from sin and self and turning to Christ and Christ alone by faith for our salvation. Have you ever done that? Why don't you do it today? Watch this little clip about the 3 circles. It'll help you to understand God's perfect plan for your life. God bless you and have a great day.